everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today is the most exciting day of all time, and today I have been dreaming about for years, and it's finally happened. I now have my very own horse lorry, and I honestly could not be any more excited. It could not be any more me. It's cream and it's gold, and they're both my favourite colour combos. And it's perfect. It was the dream lorry, happened to just almost basically fall into my lap when I wasn't expecting it. And it's the perfect colour, it needs no work. There's a little bit of titivating here and there, which as I run you through the horse box, I will show you. I have my own private number plates to go on it as well, so that's why I'm showing you guys the number plates today, so I'm not scared of it going online because they won't be on there forever. And yeah, on that note, let me give you a tour of my new lorry. So this is one side of the lorry. It's beautiful and cream with a big gold horse on the side of it. It's very loud, but it's very me. This is very glamorous for me. And I'm just so obsessed with this lorry. And then before I go inside, just to say that I am going to be doing you know that website, oh the wasp, you know that TV programme of, I think it's called, is it Pimp My Bike? Is that the TV programme term?
Pimp My Ride?
Pimp My Ride? So basically what I'm trying to get out is it is going to have a little bit of a makeover. So do keep that in mind when you're watching this. And I am going to be doing a whole video on packing my lorry, organising my lorry, and making it all look very, very me instead of how it is at the moment, which is still amazing. But I'm just going to give you the rough basics of how it looks and what it looks like at the moment. So this at the moment is the jockey area, which, does that have a sticky for the door, or does it just... No, I could do with actually getting a stick thing for the door on there. That's one thing to go on the list. So this is a really, really good size area. I can already see a teeny tiny money spider in here, so I'm definitely going to need to sort that out or get somebody to sort that out for me before I have a panic attack. But yeah, in here it's so spacious. I'll undo this just so we've got more room as we're in here. But already we have the bridle hooks, which you'll see in a second. We have the saddle hooks. We just have extra hooks here for wet coats or normal coats, etc., when riding, training, showing, etc., etc. Obviously, both sides of the seats at the moment don't have cushions in. I am or like a built-in sofa/seat. Built-in sofas are actually really surprisingly expensive after finding out this week. Instead, what I've done is I have bought seat cushions, like seat pads instead. So in my Pack My Lorry With Me video, you'll see which ones I brought and we put these in. Then over on this side, we even have a wardrobe. Now the wardrobe does need a little bit of titivating and a little bit of a clean. I'm also going to be putting a mirror up in here as well, which I'll do in the Pack With Me lorry vlog, just so you guys see everything that goes into the lorry and basically see this lorry completely transform into, all I can say is a bit of a dream, but on a budget, so it's relatable to everybody and more relatable as well to my bank account. As I said, we've got the bridle hooks over here, super, super, super convenient. We have the saddle hooks as well. I've only got one saddle, so I don't know whether to just keep one in and take the other. I don't really know what I'm going to do with this yet. We've also got, of course, the coat hooks over here. So now, let me take you through to the... No, I do not. I'm going to undo the ramp and take you into the lorry part. Let's do that instead. Also, outfit today is Aztec Diamond Equestrian, and I will leave the link in the description box down below. First time I'm wearing it, and I'm so impressed with the leggings. It's going to be my first time on doing this, so no judge if I do it wrong. Okay, that was super simple. So going into the ramp, the first thing I loved about this ramp is how lightweight it was, and how it doesn't fall. You know, sometimes they fall and they crash. This goes down at your own speed, which I love. It does need a good push when it gets down to the bottom though, otherwise she does rise up. And then this is Ringo and Trudy's area, the horse area of the lorry. So if I open the very squeaky petition that could definitely do with some, is it WD-40, is that the one that you put on rust? Yeah. I'm so DIY. We come into the actual, oh, Tamsin's just fallen over. I've lost my camera woman. We come into the horse area. Now there are little tiny bits in here that could do with a little bit of a revamp. For example, the petition is a tiny bit squeaky as you heard and a little bit stiff, so I may get in the long run something a little bit different in there, maybe even like a new hook to try and make that a little bit of an easier job. And by the looks of it, because this isn't a brand new lorry, it's a second-hand lorry, obviously at some point a horse has given a good kick to the backboards. So again, it's absolutely fine, there's no harm done to the lorry necessarily, but just for aesthetic purposes I am going to get that fixed and sorted at some point. That's not going to be an urgent one, so that might not be in the Pack My Lorry With Me and like Pimp My Lorry With Me video. It's just something in the long run that I will change and sort. Breast bar here, really, really lovely. Obviously hay net ties, horse ties, etc. There's so much storage in this lorry. Honestly, the storage is incredible. Obviously, as I said, it's not a brand new lorry, so there are bits and pieces, like there's quite a lot of scratches on the door and things like that, which obviously you have to expect when buying a used lorry, but to me that doesn't matter. The price was incredible for this lorry, and I couldn't have afforded anything more, so I'm so, so, so happy. And there are things that can be touched up over time, and nothing in here is urgent. Like, this is a lorry that I can literally get in straight away and go competing in straight away without having to worry about the safety of myself driving or the safety of my horses in the back. So under the breast bars, either side is the exact same. There are two little storage compartments, which is going to be perfect. They need a clean before I show you inside. They do need a clean, but perfect for brushes and plaiting bands and just keeping horse storage bits in there. Stud muffins. Ringer's going to have a stud muffin whole container, I think, one side. And the lovely part about that is it's the exact same on the other side in here, which we'll show you now. Again, really, really dirty. You could really do with a good hot clean. But we won't moan too much about the cleanliness. Then at the back of the lorry here, we have the camera, the rear camera, so this is what I can see the horses on, which I'll show you in the cab area in a second. And we have one of my favourite areas, okay, which is the Luton, but it's not a standard Luton because there's no way I'm going to be fitting myself through one of these. These in here are going to be the perfect rug and saddle pad storage. I've done a huge IKEA order, which you'll see in my pack with me vlog, but I basically bought those zippable plastic bags, and it's obviously they're going to keep my saddle pads clean, safe and spider free, and then I can have all of my saddle pads whenever I want them at the yard, all kept contained in that massive Luton area, which I'm so excited for. And any other bits and pieces that I need in storage, they can go up there beautifully. There's an open ventilation point at the top. We've got windows, obviously check that the windows all work, of which they absolutely do, which is perfect. The rubber matting is absolutely perfect. The ramp is a really, really lovely shallow length, which I'll show you guys now. So especially for truly learning, obviously I'll have to put my foot on it first so it sits down because we're on a bit of a hill, but for truly learning to load and whatever, there's not much of a ramp for her to have to walk up to, which isn't obviously then going to become too scary. It's also not a steep ramp either, which is lovely. It's a really lovely walk up, and again, just a really, really great ramp for stuff. I get technical and I'm really not technical. So I'll do this back up and then I'll show you guys the cab area. But actually, now I've got the hang of the petition, it's not actually as bad as I thought it was going to be. Also, the petition is really, really great. There were so many online. When I was looking online, I went through so many that I actually gave up. And it wasn't until I wasn't looking that this one did actually turn up. There were so many lorries with petitions that obviously weren't going to suit a stallion. Now, Ringo is really, really good at travelling and doesn't need necessarily a stallion petition. But just having a stallion, I just do feel that extra bit safer, I suppose, by having a more stallion style petition, and especially with Truly as well, being a youngster, not really knowing how to travel and hasn't really travelled before. Again, it just offers her that extra bit of safety and staying in her place. And the other thing that I found a lot of was there was a lot of lorries that didn't have a full wall as such between the horse area and the human area, and that again was something that I really wasn't looking for, because I feel like if you've got open bars and whatever, your living area becomes a hay net essentially. And also as well with Ringo is, you know, when he gets to a show, especially in the spring, he's very, very excitable and he can see out that way, and I wouldn't want anybody thinking that they could get out that way if they can see out that way, if that makes any sense. Probably doesn't make sense, but it does in my head. So yeah, I love the fact that these were fully enclosed, and it just kept the human area and all of my nice stuff in the human area private to the horse area, which is obviously going to be hayy and slobbery and snotty, etc, etc, etc. So yeah, this is the horse area, and I honestly couldn't be any more pleased with it. There's also lights in here as well that will obviously work off a leisure battery, which does mean in time, as I do the human area up a little bit, which I am going to do the human area up over time, I think, and I probably will at some point get like a full sofa set kind of made in there, but for the moment it's absolutely fine as it is, just with seat pads. But at that point, when I may be doing more of a revamp job on it, I'll probably put in like USB plugs, maybe like a hob or a sink or something like that, because there is so much room in the human area to be able to do that kind of stuff with this lorry, which is fantastic, because it's perfect to be driven away, because it's the perfect lorry to drive away straight away, but it's also the perfect lorry to do lots of things in over time as well. So it's, for me personally so far, the perfect buy. That's shut. Learning all the things as I go, and then I'll show you guys inside the cab area. So obviously Tamsin and I have been on a little road trip, so I'll just pop all of our things that we've used, i.e. chocolate, in this little thing here, in this pocket down here, just so you can't see it looking super messy. And again, this needs a hoover, it needs a clean, it needs a polish, because it has been used, which is exactly what I wanted. I wanted a horse box that had been used, so I knew that it was reliable. It just wasn't cleaned very well. So I will show you guys inside now. The storage inside here, honestly, is unbelievable. So there are glove compartments all over. So we have one here, we have a really big one down here, we then have another one, how do I do that one, up there, that's just a pull up, and then there's also like a phone holder, water holder, there's some like sunglass holders and stuff up the top. Obviously 3 seats, which I think I'll either get recovered or just find some covers, and then right at the very top up here as well there is even more storage, which is just absolutely fantastic for keeping lorry documentation and anything else that you kind of need in the lorry at all times of travelling with horses. So yeah, it's happened. I have a horse lorry. I actually can't believe I have a horse lorry. Today is Sunday. I have my first trip. That's my phone that just fell down. I have my first trip out with Ringo on Wednesday, so in 3 days time I actually get to use it with a horse in for the first time, which I am so excited about. Yeah, as I said, I do have a pack with me lorry video coming. It won't be coming before my first time out in the lorry video, purely because I'm still waiting on some items that aren't here yet and haven't been released yet. So as soon as I've got everything, rather than doing dribs and drabs of packing my lorry, I thought I'd do it all in one video, show you everything that's going inside of it, and do that in one video that should hopefully be out within the next 2 weeks, fingers crossed. And then over time, obviously, as I'm doing the lorry up, I'll obviously take you guys along with me. But I couldn't be any more happy with it. I couldn't be any more in love with it. At some point it could maybe have a respray, but I don't think it needs one anytime soon. It's needing a little bit of love, a little bit of a titivation and a bit of a clean, and other than that she is the perfect horse box, and I couldn't be any more happy. So what I do now, guys, is I'm going to show you a little bit of our journey back and some of the, not dramatic, but some of the blonde moments that Tamsin and I had back on our journey from the horse, from buying the horse box. I'll pop that bit in next, and I will see you guys next.
First gear. Good stop. I'm going to go to first gear. You got your foot down on the clutch, mate?
Clutch? That's just the brake, isn't it? Do you know, I haven't had an automatic. I've got an automatic.
Yeah.
There we go.
I did this when I borrowed Kelly's the other week.
It's because I'm used to putting my foot on the brake with the automatic. Have you got an automatic?
Yeah. No, I drive an automatic. When I drove her manual, I was like, oh my god, you've got to do a clutch.
I've just forgotten how to drive.
So remember, you've got to like bring your foot off the clutch slowly and then change gear.
Well, I've only had an automatic for like 3 weeks. Okay, got to remember how to drive all over again.
Oh, so your other car wasn't an automatic?
No, that was a manual. I've literally had an automatic for 3 weeks.
Oh, you've already forgotten how to drive a manual?
Yeah! I was like putting my foot on the brake thinking, why is the gear not moving? Yeah, literally, I need to remember how to drive.
You'll clear my way.
Cool. Yeah, it's a nice drive. Right, okay. And now remembering to drive and leaving the brake alone. Oh, it's probably really good actually that I've got two then, isn't it? Because I can't remember how to drive both.
Yeah, it does.
God, you get so reliant.
Yeah, I know. No, I was exactly the same. I got into her lorry and I was thinking, where do my feet go?
Guys, I have a new lorry! Now I'm on the road with it. Oh god, I was thinking, oh god, it doesn't even go to first gear.
Just paid over all that money and it doesn't even go.
It doesn't even work. Oh god, it was so beautiful where we are. It's so stunning. So we are near Lambourne, so near where all the races are. So we're literally in the middle of the most beautiful countryside ever. Just realised that none of us have got sat-nav on how to get home. We'll find that out.
Does this not do a sat-nav as well?
Don't think so. I think it's just cameras. But I'm going to get one fitted. I'll get a TomTom, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, I can get all these new things now and spend all my money on it. It needs a really good clean. You guys will see that when we get home. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to get back to the yard because it was quite busy there. I'll get back to the yard and I'll do my little introduction and then I'll put all this on. So I need to do a big clean. I think I'll come up to the yard tomorrow with just loads of cleaning stuff and just give it a good old revamp. And I'm going to change gear as I brake as well. God, it really is
they could have done a bit more cleaning on it.
They really could.
There's some areas where I'm like,
the storage areas are disgusting.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even put Ringo's dirtiest brushes in there.
Yeah, could have wiped it, babe.
Could have had a little wipe. Yeah, a little wipe. But it's fine. I've got loads of cleaning stuff at home. So tomorrow can be my cleaning lorry day.
Oh, you could do a equestrian Mrs. Finch, is it?
Mrs. Finch.
Finch. I'm dyslexic.
Mrs. Finch.
I don't know.
Does dyslexia mean you change someone's surname?
Mate, does it look like I'm the type that watches her programme?
I do.
No. Yeah, no, because I don't clean. clean. You like cleaning, I hate it.
It's true. Yeah, bring my music on tomorrow, have a little jam, and but look how pretty it is everywhere. It's so lovely. Tamsin's on the gimbal for the first time.
I know.
Is it, how smooth is it being smooth?
It is. Yeah. You've worked it.
Got it right. It's so
And
difficult to use these things.
I'm realising that where I want it to look, my hand has to be looking.
It has to be, yeah. And it's really weird because you've almost got to move before you want it to move. Like if a horse is coming around a corner, you've got to be around that corner before it. It's so weird. You've got to be like half a second ahead of time.
Yeah. It's bloody smooth though.
Bloody smooth.
Bloody smooth.
Oh, sorry. And it drives. And I'm still in third gear because I'm scared.
Yeah, I do that for a while.
Yeah. Till I can have to pick up. To be fair, we can just go around at 30 around these corners anyway.
I like the storage up here too.
Me too, but it's a little bit of extra space for spiders, so I need lots of spider spray in the lorry.
Oh yeah, can get a look up there.
Give it a good spider spray.
Stuck muffins and snacks.
Yes. Oh, another 3.5 ton there. Oh, it's not as pretty as mine.
Look at this countryside.
You guys actually haven't even seen this yet. Oh no, you will, because I'll probably do my introductions in the front of it.
Yeah.
Oh god, it was an absolute nightmare paying for this. Oh my god, so Grandad and I have gone, I love my Grandad, we've gone halves on this lorry, and I transferred my half to him 3 days ago, whenever I transferred it, and he was going to pay it. So we're on our way, and he's forgotten his card, which that doesn't matter because it's all online banking now. But obviously to transfer that amount of money, there's a lot of security to go through, of passwords, you've got to confirm your card details. He doesn't have a wallet, and can't remember any of his passwords. So we've transferred from bank to bank to bank to bank in like £1,000 to £5,000 loads, which takes its time. So it took us about 30 to 45 minutes to pay, and then there's no signal to check that it's gone through the other side. So it's been a bit of a pain to try and pay for the lorry. But we now have the lorry, and we're now on our way with the lorry, and oh my gosh.
And the seatbelt has now worked.
Oh, has it worked?
Yeah.
We had a sticky seatbelt, but Tamsin has now figured it out. And at some point we're going to need to stop for fuel. Oh, put a sat nav on. But it's just so pretty.
do you even know where you're
going? I'm now back in the room.
Sorry, I was dealing with the seatbelt issue.
Oh, this is so much better than the high one. Look, you can actually really see in there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm going to have to rooms really got together, but at some point in there. Oh, this is my dream.
Camera's
come
not
true.
giving it
a good view. It didn't in the other one. I think it's because it's so dark.
Yeah, but it is really clear.
We came in, yeah, I can kind of remember my way through until we get to, there's a petrol station up there. It wasn't the cheapest, but we need fuel.
Oh no, I've lost wiggleness. I think I pressed something.
Is it off? Just, is the lights still on? We temperamental.
Yeah, I think it's locked back in.
It's locked back in. We've had gimbal technicalities going on.
Yeah. Is it working? Shift around.
I've now managed to get up to 40 miles an hour. I've got traffic behind me. Poor people. Anybody that's watching this, which they won't be watching this if they're stuck behind me, but if you were stuck behind a cream lorry going down the road near Newbury, doing 25 and a 50, I'm sorry.
With two blondes in, one not knowing how to drive a manual and the other not knowing how to work the seatbelt.
We've so got the right hair colour. I've got a horse lorry. I'm so grateful right now. And she's so pretty. She just needs a really good polish and a clean and a wipe.
Yeah,
she's not looking at finest.
Little example of that. What's
we're gonna call her? I can call her Blondie because she is blonde.
True. Yeah.
Call her Blondie. Something like that. I don't know. Yeah, look, taking Blondie up. Then I suppose I'll call Trudy Blondie. Can't really have two Blondies. She needs a name.
Well, you really love autumn, and it's almost autumn. Well, autumn.
I can't really call her Pumpkin though because she's not orange.
No.
What else is autumnal? All I can think is pumpkin spice
What's
lattes.
the name of the witches in Hocus Pocus?
No idea. Witches. Witches, we're back!
I've got it! I've got it!
What?
The colouring and one of your favourite drinks. Latte!
Oh yeah, you call it latte.
Yeah!
We could call it latte. Frothy milk.
Look at this village.
It's so pretty. So pretty.
God, this gimbal is something else.
Why? What's it done?
No, it's cool. It's good, but like you do have. Yeah, but you do have to be like. It is like takes practice, and I can see how it's working.
Are those speed cameras? Is that like a really old-fashioned speed camera?
Yeah.
Petrol.
But it might be a fake one. Oh yeah, let's get petrol. And I need the loo.
Can I get in?
Oh, you did watch a YouTube on it. Yeah, I said to you, watch a YouTube on it.
Well, I did last year. There was all these people, but guys, we're talking now about the gimbal and like setting it up. We're quite a way into our journey now. And I found all these tutorials on YouTube, but they're like really clever people that expect you to understand technology, and they're like talking through it like this. Whereas I then found this really old man that did a tutorial, and I love him, and he literally he showed you step by step. And then I got it, and it was fine. So guys, we are now into our journey. We're probably about 30 minutes, hopefully, give and take without traffic on from home now. We had a really smooth journey so far. We filled up with petrol or diesel the second that we saw a petrol station, and we had the first flip. We had the first complete blonde moment where I put my key into the twisty thing to get the thing out of the petrol diesel cap thing. Is it diesel cap? Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
The diesel cap out. I got my key stuck in it and then couldn't get it out. So luckily, next to me there was a truck full of guys, and I was like, "Can anybody help me, please? I'm stuck. Does anybody understand? What did I say? Does anybody know how to get a thing out of a thing?"
Yeah. Can you help me get my thingy out of my thingy? They were like, "Yeah, okay."
I was like 10 minutes struggling. They literally went and took it out. So that's one thing I need to probably work on getting out at home. Filled up and that was fine.
Congestion on M3 at 4 miles.
5 minute
You are
congestion.
still on the fastest route.
That's fine. Then we got back into the lorry after being told it starts really well. And I put the key in the ignition. Nothing. I keep going. Nothing. I then take the key out, thinking I'll take it back out, put it back in again. My heart's going. I can see Tamsin's turning white. I'm turning white. Put it in again. Now the key won't move. I'm thinking, what have I done? It was just where the wheel was locked. Yeah, the wheel was locked, and then the key was locked. And then we're fine. And we're now back on the road. We've had no issues ever since. We've had a week stop. We've had chocolate breaks. We've caught up because I haven't seen Tamsin in ages. So we've had a really good catch up. And yeah, not far from home now. How long was I saying? It's like 29 minutes to we're home, 5 minutes of traffic. And then I don't know whether to come back this evening and give it a wash because I'm really impatient, or to come back tomorrow morning and give it a wash. I might come back this evening depending on what time we get home. It's only 1 o'clock now, so we do have time. And Tamsin and I are going to go and get some coffee and cake, aren't we?
Yes.
We'll do coffee and cake after this, and then I may come back and give it a clean tonight. And I can put that on this video then, because I might get this video out either tomorrow or Wednesday, depending on how quickly I can edit it. But yeah, I will catch up with you guys when we're nearly home. And it's less pretty scenery now, we're just on the motorway.
Oh, it's the gimbal town.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a like if you did enjoy it. Hit the subscribe button if you're new, and don't forget to turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload. Have a wonderful day, and I hope you're looking forward to lots of competitions and days out in my lorry vlogs. See you soon. Bye.